Okay, good evening to all of us here. Well, as you can see, we start at 8:31 tonight. Okay, we just had some interesting thing about numerology, although we don't talk about numerology, but it seems that 31 is a kind of a very nice number, yeah. Hello, my name is James and I'm from Singapore. I understand we have some Malaysian friends, like Pocho is in the house. So I just want to warmly welcome all of us who are in the Zoom. Especially you have taken your time. It's 8:31 in the evening, after your hard day's work, and you just made the effort to attend the Zoom. I appreciate you for doing that. And I just want to let us know tonight we have a special speaker. Okay, usually I'll invite her to share her testimonials, but tonight I'm so glad that she's willing to take on the role as the presenter, and she's none other than Evelyn. We call her Evelyn or Eve, but on the Zoom you can see the person by the name Lee King, yeah. So yeah, we fondly call her as Eve. So tonight it's my pleasure to invite to get Evelyn to share with us. So without further ado, and there are still people coming in, I'll just pass the floor to Eve. And Eve, can you just briefly share with us how long you're in LiveWave and you can just take over the floor. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, James. Good evening, everybody. I'm from Singapore, and actually, this is my first time doing the full Zoom. Later on, testimonial, I will still be covering one because Monday normally is quite difficult to get my friends or my friend partners to join because it's a Monday blues, and also it's a for them. Okay, so I'll do one testimonial later, and it's on my family members, and I will also invite my sister. You can see her name there. She's Lydian. She'll be sharing another testimonial. Okay. So I am actually have been using LifeWave for 1.5 years, uh, and is you can see the rainbow beside behind me. This is actually I wanted to actually share a lot of share the rainbow patch to everybody. I always call X39 the rainbow patch because it has different frequencies and it actually helps our our body to self heal. So if you go to the BOP itself, you will know more about the stories of this rainbow. But for this particular session, I will just uh, share a bit only. Okay, so let me start with sharing. Okay, can everybody see the slides?
Yes, yeah, can.
Okay,
Fantastic,
okay,
very good.
Yep. Can.
yeah. Okay, okay, I need to make a disclaimer, okay, before I start. Okay, all these LifeWave products are lifestyle products and they are not intended to diagnose or cure or prevent any disease. And also, I'm not a medical doctor. So, and later on, when I share on the testimonials, all those are based on personal account. And also, it really varies with different people because we are individuals and we are all different. Uh, Actually, I have seen a live wave video, and because your future is now. Actually, uh, I want to stress that really this technology is actually brought from future to now because the technology to many doctors and scientists, even those doctors who have come across to these patches, they will say that this is actually a 20 years advanced technology. So we should feel very fortunate that we have in our lifetime to use this technology. So I will go into the more details later. Okay. Um, Albert Einstein is actually a very famous physicist, and during my studies of because I major in physics, so when at that time when I study his those on frequencies, quantum theory, it's actually very, very complicated. So I can really understand when this technology was first mentioned to people, they won't be able to understand how a little pet can actually do something so miracle. Because everything we are talking about, things that we cannot see. So it's medicine of frequencies. Okay? Future medicine will be the medicine. And Dr. Oz, in his show, uh, since 2009, I think he had started the show on Dr. Oz. And he actually also shared this. The next big frontier in medicine is energy medicine. Okay, so a bit introduction on the company. Okay. Why LifeWave? Okay. Um, Actually, if you look at LifeWave, everybody would think that it's just another health and wellness company. But actually, if you understand more on LifeWave company itself, you know that it's a very high-tech company. I would say that it's the very high-tech company, new category in the direct marketing world. So I will consider this as a very high-tech, and I would say in future, um, they may bring in a lot of high-tech companies into direct marketing. Okay, and also it's an advanced technology company specialized in patented wearable technology, harnessing the power of light. Um, and this light energy would actually help in our body to self-heal. Okay, um, so as I mentioned just now, it's actually patented for 20 years, even the one of the patch that we are talking about. Uh, and it takes the lawyers, okay, to understand this particular patch because it's a new category of technology. And so the pat, uh, for the patent products, it takes more than 10 years to actually patent the product X39. Okay, and this is a very special product. There's is no drugs, pills, or injection. And many of the people that come across and use it, you will find that the results are astonishing. Okay, next I will introduce our founders, CEO, and inventor. It's the same person. Okay, why is it so special about LifeWay? Is because these three roles are the same person, and you can imagine with with mission, and they are able, and he's able to actually execute uh, and move the whole company in one direction without any conflicts. I think that is very special about as a founder, CEO, and inventor. Okay. This word about age reversal, even if I tell people these days, many of them don't think that it's actually a meme. Okay, even today. But actually, this is no longer a meme. It happens if you start to use Live with X39, okay, which I will introduce more about the product later. So if we go back 20 years, the subject of age reversal was thought to be science fiction, but now it's actually a reality. Why? We'll talk about that in a few slides. Okay, David Smith is actually very recognized as a scientist, and he's also recognized in the International Hall of Fame of Inventors. And he actually invented the first product. He worked in a US military project back in 2001, and he invented the submarine. And later on, because the submarine is so well done that can submerge in the water, underwater for more than 30 hours, then they actually asked him, the Navy actually asked him to invent something that can make the uh, the Navy SEALs to stay underwater for a long time and to keep them awake. So instead of taking caffeine and all that, he invented the first life wave product, energy enhancer. So that patch is to provide energy to the Navy SEALs. Okay, LifeWave also garner about 130 patents worldwide, and um, and also uh, funded by the Irish government. In what I understand is also the Irish government actually wanted to lower the medical bills for the citizen, and actually they actually it funded this project, and also to with the new technology actually it can help to reduce the medical bills for the people. So that is what I understand, okay, from some of the earlier videos that I read about. And for LifeWave, it's actually uh, they handle end to end. So it's a bit vertical integration. So from manufacturing all the way to the where they pass everything to logistic and they manage everything. Okay. And then now we come to the more on the details of the product. Okay. This is a picture that I like very much. And if you go to Singapore office or uh, Kuala Lumpur office, you can actually see this picture of LifeWave history from 2002 to 2019 plus the latest, okay, 2021. So you can actually see from 2022 to before 2019, all these products was actually invented uh, with anti-aging in mind. And also during the course of different, where different part of, at that stage of, for example, when we have this EE, it was actually invented for the Navy SEALs. And then later on, the athletes, Olympics athletes also use that. And for the YH product, like the glutathione, the carnosine, this was actually also invented when they realized that in the world there are a lot of pollutions and all that, and they are using that to actually handle some of the using this kind of product to handle uh, the to help our body to detox and strengthen the nervous and the soft tissues. So as we go by, we can see that when it comes to 2019, okay, X39 was actually invented. This was actually to be with the stem cell therapy kind of technology. And from 2019 onwards, we can say that we are actually moving in to with the stem cell era, where we can actually make use of this light frequency to actually help our body to increase our stem cell. So later on, I'll talk more about the technology on this. Okay, why we need stem cells? Okay, so most of our chronic disease these days or are actually due to aging and degeneration. So all these would actually cause pain, and then we'll find that without the stem cell, we will recover slower. So, like for example, dementia and all that, all these are all because of degeneration. And stem cells also can die, just like the normal cells. Stem cell can die. Stem cell is actually the baby cells, which we can see how it actually uh, is used later. Okay, why our cells need more stem cells more than ever? Okay, as you can see, from when we are birth, we have 100% stem cell production. But as we reach the age of 35, our stem cells actually reduce almost half, and 50 almost, okay, lower than half. But when we reach 60 and above, or 65 above, our stem cells only left with 10%. And that's why um, when we are at this age, okay, we would feel very tired. And if there's any injuries, it will take a longer time to recover. Okay, so this is another diagram to show, okay, that as we age, okay, the number of stem cells actually decrease. Okay, so basically, in the world now, there are these first two are the most common way of the source of the stem cell. One is actually by the injection, where or the blood transfusion, where you actually uh, do a transfusion from a younger adult to you when you're having, like for example, leukemia and all that. You actually they they actually do a transfusion from a younger adult, so a healthy younger adult stem cell to transfer. This is human to human, but okay. Remember, stem cells, okay, also um, uh, this is actually considered as foreign stem cell also because it's from a different person. And there's another kind of stem cells is through the intake, for example, those placenta, sheep placenta, or the whatever apple stem cells, okay, plants, okay. But these two are all considered as foreign. It may not work exactly as what our own body needs. That is why I think LifeWay is special because we have this product that actually activate some of the peptides in our body, and that peptides actually increase the stem cell in our body, and that is our natural own body stem cell. Okay, so stem cells actually are baby cells, so they actually can be used to uh, transform to different kinds of cells. For example, nerve cell, uh, intestinal cell, liver cells, and so on. So it's like a joker, okay? In the parts, okay, you can actually use to actually to replace any kind of cells. Okay, so now we go a bit deeper into the technology. Okay, just now I mentioned that stem cells also can die. So what is so special about X39? Because this patch does not have anything that goes into your body. It's just a patch with some, uh, we call it crystals inside that acts like a mirror. So when it's put on your body, it actually, uh, you make use of your body heat, heat the infrared heat, and that infrared heat, when it's reflected on the patch, it will send different frequency into the body. So it depends on what kind of patch. For example, X39, I always say that it's like a rainbow. So it has different frequency. One frequency is to increase the copper peptide, which will increase the stem cell. Okay, one will actually activate the stem cells. And then another one maybe is like glutathione. Okay, so actually X39 have the different frequency in of the earlier patch. Okay, it also have glutathione, it will also have carnosine. The only thing is that the intensity is not as much as the earlier cell, but that is the reason why when we use X39 for new members, it actually they are exposed to different frequency, and that is the best because rather than you focus on a certain frequency, we do not know what is the original root cause of any uh, pain or whatever. So it's best to start with X39. Okay, X39 actually they actually did if you consider the kind of frequency in X39, it means that from the beginning of the development, 20 years development, uh, I would say X39 is actually from the beginning to now, they actually use this 20 years to come up with this product. And all these, there are over 80 clinical studies and by independent researchers and universities uh, worldwide, and they actually did the clinical studies, and also the product is patented for efficacy for X39. Okay, so this is the peptide GHK-Cu, which is elevated by X39. And this GHK-Cu in turns would activate the stem cells. So in other words, it means that if you can elevate more GHK-Cu, you can actually activate more stem cells. It is equivalent. Huh? And this part on GHK-Cu to activate stem cell, this study has already been done by uh, the Dr. Picard, and he actually did this study, and you can actually Google or even chat GPT to find out a lot on this information. And all the clinical study has been done on all this, how GHKCU can actually activate stem cells. And for X39, you do not need to, you are using the light therapy to elevate the GHKCU. And if GHKCU is taken as a supplement, uh, it's going to be very expensive, okay, compared to X39. Okay, yeah, this is one of the study that was, you can find it in Google, uh, and you can actually see the relationship also between GHK and DNA. It can actually reset the human genes expression, 4,000 genes expression. So, and this actually can reset them to a healthier state. So, and so all these already you can see what GHK-Cu peptide can do. And GHK-Cu peptide is actually found in our body. It's only that we need to elevate them. And one of the way to elevate them is through X39. Okay, so GHK-Cu peptide can repair our genes. And also it will help in wound healing and reset genes to younger state, and also uh, collagen repair. So that's why for some people, when they use X39, you can see that their wrinkles are gone. The cartridge at their knees grew back, which current medical science uh, or even doctors will say cartridge cannot grow back. But actually, okay, with GHK copper peptide, you can actually grow back the collagen. Okay, okay. Next, uh, LifeWave X39. Now, this one I will show more on the next slide. Yeah, okay. So this summarize the results of using X39. First few days, you will reset 4,000 genes to, okay, to reset. Okay? Uh, and then 1 to 3 months, the gut resetting. This is very important. This chart is very important for any new members to understand that you need, if you don't see results in the first 3 months, okay, it's normal, okay. But if you continue on 3 to 6 months, deep healing starts, okay. So you can see what are the things that is done to the deep healing. 6 to 12 months, that is the reverse aging start, okay. And this has been proven. So I will show the clinical results, okay, that was shown to prove the reverse aging started after 6 months. Okay, so move on to here. Okay, so later on, I will show one of the clinical studies that was done to show that if you use X39 for 6 months, they actually tested on a group of people. All of them, okay, show significant result that after 6 months of use, their telomere will actually increase in length. When telomere increase in length, it means that you reverse the age by 8.5 years. Okay? So normally telomeres will curl, okay, or the cells would die off. But when it increases, it means that it actually the stem cell is able to uh, um, grow and lengthen the telomere, and this actually helps in the reverse aging. Okay, so LifeWay is unique because it's the only photobiotherapy product in the world that use the human body as the power source. So no products in the world do this except LifeWay. So and this is one of the machine that David Smith has tested before he actually used the same technology on creating the patches. Okay, and this, as I mentioned just now, if someone has a knee pain, for instance, apply the patch around the knee, and the body heat would actually activate the crystals. The crystals act as a mirror. It will reflect the various frequency back to the body to actually helps in different purpose. Okay. Yeah. So let me continue with the testimonial. I have two testimonial sharing here today. Okay, one is about my mom. Okay, uh, late last year I shared about my dad testimonial. Okay, so today I will share about my mom. And I mentioned in the earlier, I will make a disclaimer here. All these stories are my personal account, okay, because I've been through all this with my family members. So um, uh, how they actually recover may not means that all will recover the same way, okay, because depends on individual. Okay, so the first testimonial I'll be sharing it. Okay, later on I'll ask my sis to share the second. Okay, okay. I had a very busy time. Okay, during the just before the Chinese New Year. Okay, my mom actually uh my one of the day, okay, on 7th of February, I actually returned home and my dad told me my mom couldn't walk. Okay, um, suddenly, and then uh she she couldn't walk after she had a nap, and so I actually asked her uh what is her feeling on her legs. She actually cannot step down and she suddenly cannot walk. Her left leg was has the numbness feeling. Actually, it's not only the left leg. Actually, it's the two legs. When she step on the floor, is numbness. But she has been using X39 and 49. Okay, these two stem cell related patch and glutathione daily. But I ran out of X49 for a week, and this happened. Okay, and she only patched X39 with glutathione. Okay, and because my mom don't go down uh, to go down very often, so when she's not going down to from leaving the house, normally she won't even patch glutathione, but normally I will ask her patch every day. Okay? X39, X49, and glutathione. Then I actually ask her, I test on her feet, uh, and the numbness feeling is not pain, it's numbness feeling. And I actually asked her, did what is the kind of food that she take just before she take the nap? And she told me, she went down with the sis, and they took ula, the oyster, fried oyster. Okay, and I actually suspect it could be the oyster that caused it because of the could be poisoning, food poisoning. So I quickly put glutathione at below her belly bottom, and then I also asked her to actually uh, I also put extra EE and YH. YH is actually glutathione, carnosine, and aeon. These three as a triangle at her left knee, because after a while it's only her left knee that is having the numb. So I did that to see whether she can move. Initially, she cannot even move her left leg. Then after patching, she can move. So I uh so I think that okay, um her problem could be due to muscles and nerve somehow. And my mom has a history of she last time she has shingles after taking after taking uh, during the hot weather, and also she took durian, which make it even more heaty. Okay? And the nerve pain lasted for half a year. But as we know, shingles, normally Western medicine cannot. And she already passed the 3 days of treating the shingles. So her shingles actually uh, slowly recovered in 6 months, but she still have that pain. So her nerve problem, okay, uh, happens very frequently uh, due to food, due to the environment. And I also suspect due to some medication, okay, which I will not discuss here. But um, but after patching, her nerve, uh, her leg, the left leg can move. Initially, it cannot move. It's just like paralyzed like that. But she can move. The only thing is when she step down, she can't walk. She can't walk. She don't have the strength to walk. So I called the ambulance because I think it's better for the doctors to check what happened to my mom. And she was admitted to the normal wards after assessment by doctor. You can see that the doctor is assessing her. She did the test on her feet and all that. And then after that, admitted to normal wards. Okay, normal wards. You can see that I'm still patching her with the EE. Okay, and they did. So she was in normal wards for 2 to 3 days because they wanted to test her what caused her to be not able to walk. After testing the blood test, urine test, X-ray, and finally the MRI done in 3 days to assess her condition, they scan everything, no abnormality. I I wanted to think about healing crisis, okay, for her case, like my dad, okay, but I I feel that it's still related to what she eats, and also uh, she don't like to drink a lot of water, and uh, so the doctor said my mom is acute urinary retention. Okay, but there's no from the urine it can't tell, from the blood it can't tell. But this is what diagnosed, okay, urinary retention, which affect her mobility. But she was discharged on the second because, okay, so before I called the ambulance, I already tell my mom, be prepared to stay in the hospital during Chinese New Year. So, so that is what happened. Okay, so she was discharged on the second day of Chinese New Year. Okay, now the more interesting is the uh, home recovery. Okay, how she actually gets better and better, because there's nothing the doctor can do. They can't put her on antibiotics. They don't see any uh, food poisoning, that kind of issue. And so I don't know whether is it because I put glutathione, so everything detox out. Okay, uh, but since discharge from hospital, my mom has been using X3949 glutathione, and I put Aeon and Carnosine at night. The numbness at the bottom of the feet no more. When she stepped on the floor, no more. Okay, and then what I did is, my sis say that I'm very clever to ask my mom to drink 1.5 liters of Avon water every day because I make her exercise. So when she drink one bottle of 1.5 liters of Aeon, she go to the restroom almost 10, 10 times per day, more than 10 times per day. So she actually slowly walk, okay, to the restroom. Uh, and I also spray magnesium spray on her left leg to build up her muscles and all that. And I also make sure that the Evian mineral water can actually give her the minerals and electrolytes needed to help her to detox, and also um, and I want her to exercise even at home and go to the toilet. Okay. So, and during one of the trip to Changi uh, to pick up the pet, I met Tiam and also Lawrence there, and a group of brand partners, the uncle's brand partners. They were talking about this protocol, okay, which is X39, 49, and a YH. Okay. They say that one of the brand partners' son actually had a fall, 30 plus, had a fall, and actually um, supposed to go for spine surgery. But in the end, when the dad used this patch, the son actually recover almost without the surgery. So I, I wanted to try on my mom because I think her case is related to nerves or muscle. So I actually try on this. And surprisingly, okay, her numbness subsided quite significantly. Previously, her numbness, okay, from bottom of feet no more, but it comes to the calf and the leg, and then the left leg. So but after patching this, she find that now the numbness only focus at the kneecap, okay? And she can feel that actually become better. So that's why I believe this protocol, okay, is very good for people with nerve and muscle issues. Okay? So this protocol, okay, I would be using for her for a period of time to observe. Okay, so that's about my mom. Next, I would like to ask my sister to join in to share about her testimonial of my niece. Okay. Lillian, can
Uh,
you unmute yourself?
hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I'm meeting her. She's Lillian. Okay. Ting Long always
Hello.
confuse our name. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks everybody for joining this room. So, the second part of the testimonial, I'm sharing about is my daughter, who, she's 18 this year. So, she was diagnosed with sclerosis during in her primary school, when all the nurse come to the school and then do all the medical checkup on the on the children. Then she came back with a letter to to and then I opened up the letter and I saw that oh, she needs to, she has this sclerosis, and she has to go for more reviews lah. Okay. And but at that time her, in her primary school, her sclerosis is a very mild one. It's like less than 10 degree. Okay, yeah, 10, less than 10 degree. So at that time, I'm quite worried lah. But I think 10 degree is very mild. So I thought maybe I bring her for some light exercise or whatever, see to observe how it goes lah. So so after a few years, in her secondary school, the school has another type this kind of health check on the children, and she came back with another letter. So this time, the nurse said that the sclerosis is like more serious. So urged us to go for the specialist for a checkup. So we did, and so now you can see the left hand side, the X-ray showing October 2021, right? That is the first X-ray she took when in secondary school. So that time when we had this X-ray is like 33.58 right, degree. So then the doctor say come back, come, no need to do anything yet, just observe, and come back 1 year later. So October 2022. So during this period, we get to know LifeWave, okay, and I started LifeWave in June, I think end June 2022. And when I also catch my children. I have 3 children. So everybody catch at home. Then when it's time for her to go for review, I brought her back to the same doctor. And this time when she had this X-ray, the doctor said, hey, he said, don't know why there are some a few, I think the minority of the people can have this sclerosis improve in the condition, but it's quite rare. Yeah. So I asked the doctor to put the X-ray together. This is the picture that you all see now. October 2021 and October 2022 is a comparison. So you can see that in October 2022, there is a slight improvement. And also the doctor also commented that the bones, the density of the bones actually improved also. So if you look at the hip, you look at the bone on the left side, you can see some like transparent, you can see through, right? But on the right side, it has turned white. So I guess the bones improve, and the doctor also say that due to this condition, it's unlikely that sclerosis will become worse now. So I continue to use the X39. Hopefully that it will improve in her condition. Because I think during the school days, she always complained when she had this sclerosis, she always complained of backache, and she can't really sit there and study for a long time. I think at most 45 minutes or maybe drag to 1 hour. Otherwise, she will say, "Oh, backache." Then she go and lie down on the bed, and refuse to refuse to continue to study. Every time she say backache, and she always feel very tired. Yeah. So why I share this, because I think when and I'm in when I always walk along the street, I always see people regardless of age, they always sit on the wheelchair. I ever see a person like, it's not really a baby, but she was lying down on a slightly bigger pram. No, the parents are, to put her in the pram and wheel her around. So I was like, ayo, these people so so pitiful. I almost very tempting always want to patch them when I see all this kind of people who cannot move properly. So when I feel that this kind of condition is not something to be ignored lah, because I think if I don't have this patch, I will be at a loss, and I don't know, maybe next time when she get worse, because this one will get worse, will very big possibility that it will get worse and worse. Then maybe sometimes uh you will see people like you know, uh the bone like deformed like that. Then maybe the organs inside, I don't know how the organs inside will will be affected. So I'm very glad that I have this life way to help the children to have this kind of improvement. Yeah, I think it's very important. Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Lilian.
okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I, I think I share the same sentiments as my sis. Okay, why I picked this for my sis to talk about is because really on the streets, recently, really see a lot of people with sclerosis. And I wanted to highlight, okay, um, that it's not just the spine that is curved, okay, because um, I did from Chat GPT, okay, I list out what are the symptoms of sclerosis. That means side effect. When you have sclerosis, what kind of things may happen? Okay, I think many people do not know this. They thought that it's just spine, the spine, okay, curvature. But number one, back pain. My niece had this problem because she she cannot sit for long. So we cannot blame her for not able to study. We thought that it's lazy. No, it's not lazy. It's really she cannot sit for long. So back pain is one thing that can cause, okay, is caused by sclerosis. The other one is uneven shoulder or hips. That means the bones, okay, is uneven. Then you can see some people, when they walk, they need their legs like long and short, and then they need to adjust. Limited range of movement. Okay, they have restricted movement and the flexibility, and also breathing problem. Imagine if your curve is very curved, it may affect the organs, internal organs, the positioning. They may get compressed, and then some of the lungs, okay, they cannot expand, so they will have breathing problem. That is the severe case already. Yeah. Digestive issue, same thing. The internal organs will get crushed in one side, okay, if they are on the different position, and then it may cause other digestive issue, psychology effect. Okay, I think this is really the self-esteem. So um, because now we have this technology, I would say that for people, okay, like my niece from young, I think they need to take care to make sure that they don't develop all these, okay, severe case in the later stage of their life, because when it's more severe, it's more difficult to correct. And then I think the solution in the end would be surgery. Okay, that is the only surgery, and surgery at on the spine, I think is the risk factor is also higher. So that's why I would say sclerosis is something that we cannot ignore, especially for kids, especially nowadays. They they are they play computer games or they study seated in the wrong posture. I think that will affect their this uh, the spine. So that's why I wanted to bring this one up, okay, as one of the testimony. Next slide. Okay, so as we can see, um, the reverse aging really takes time, because when you patch X39, it elevates, okay, the copper peptide and increase the stem cell. And where does the stem cell go to? It all depends. Okay, uh, if a person having multiple issue, where would the stem cell go to? So I would say our body are actually intelligent. They are able to instruct the stem cell through our self-healing. Where would the stem cell go to first as a priority? So normally, for example, people with skin issue, based on my experience of patching and also those testimonials that I've come across, people with skin issue, normally skin issue will take 1 month because earlier, before that, when they patch X39, it will repair their gut first because most of the autoimmune, like skin issue, eczema, psoriasis, all these are because majority are due to the gut issue. So when you patch X39 beginning, it will solve the gut first. So that's why they don't see improvement on their skin until some time. So after the gut is resolved, then it will start to repair the skin and all that. So so you can see that all these, okay, will take time. Okay, so and bone is one of the longer one to heal. So I think in the following months, I may share one case of bone degeneration and how she actually recovered slowly using X39. And that one actually, I have seen her from the beginning till now, uh, and is I'm very happy with her recovery. So, uh, so from here we can see that reverse aging takes time. So when we are using X39, we need to give ourselves time, our body time to heal. The brain also, and I also seen dementia case, Parkinson case. So this one I will slowly show in testimonials in future. Okay, this one was actually mentioned earlier on the 3 months, 6 months, and beyond 6 months. So 3 months normally they have already done the test. If you do the uh, blood draw at 3 months, you don't see results. Maybe you see even worse results. Okay, for example, if you have high blood, you do the after patching S39, you use it on the first, you do a test on the first 3 months, you may not see a result that you are expecting because of the healing crisis. But if you do the same test 6 months later, it will be a different result because okay, the stem cells actually already okay starts to, if you look at the earlier diagram, okay, all these takes times, right? So 6 months, normally it will cover a lot of the repair in and the organs repair in our body. So it's clinical proven that for as little as 6 months, our telomeres in our body, okay, which is the DNA, the end parts of the DNA, lengthen to okay equivalent of 8.5 years of age reversal. So this is actually clinical proven by the repeat diagnostic thing, which is a gold standard for this telomeres testing. So this was actually done on all the people that is put to this clinical test. Okay. So for those people using X39, normally as a beginners, I normally recommend daytime X39, Aeon nighttime, 12 hours, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. So each patch, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. When 12 hours off for X39, you can patch at night, okay, the Aeon, and 12 hours on, then off again. So you rotate. And make sure that we drink enough water so that we can actually hydrate ourselves because water is the best conductor of our bio current. So like my mom case earlier, I wanted to let her take the mineral water so that it can actually improve the electrolytes in her body. Okay. And so X39 is actually known as an acupuncture without needle. So, um, and it's clinical proven, so it's fact based. It's all facts based, and also uh, you can actually activate your own stem cell, reset them to a younger stage, state, and also affordable. Okay. Actually, I come across people that tell me X39 is actually very affordable. Okay, and uh, if compared to if you actually go into hospitalization or you take certain ways and you still cannot solve your problem, try this way. Okay? And it's safe, non-invasive, no injection, nothing go into your body, and is patented over 100 30 patents and over 90 clinical studies. Okay, so for any of you that are interested, you to find out more, you can actually attend the live session, okay, the BOP session, uh, based on the schedule here. So you can see actually it's normally Tuesday, Wednesday, uh, and the different session English as or Chinese session and Saturday session. So you can actually look at this, refer to this, and you can actually go to our Wood Square office uh, in Singapore, uh, and you can actually attend the live session and also the live testimonial sharing on some of the days. That's my sharing for today. Thank you,
Okay,
everybody.
thank you, Evelyn. Well, thank you for the non-comprehensive sharing. And thank you all for your patience and for, for listening to this Zoom. Like I said earlier, this Zoom is actually designed for our friends who are not able to visit us at our Wood Square office. As you can see from this chart, just want to make an amendment. We no longer have the Wednesday night sharing, but nonetheless, we do have meetings, and this is where we will actually go into a deeper detail of how we share on our X39 and our other patches. And thank you, Evelyn, for sharing your mom's testimonials and Lillian on your daughters. As with any other case, I just want to highlight this. As you heard from both of them, in any case, should you require any doctor or your physician's checkup, please do so. Here we are actually talking about a wellness functional product. Okay, it is to help our body to recover. But if you have any issues, please do consult your family doctors. And now it's quite timely here. Now it's 9:29. And I just want to thank all the guests also from Malaysia who actually joined us. Again, we have this on every Monday, 8:30 p.m. And I would like for all of us to, to continue to invite your friends, your prospect to join us every Monday at 8:30 p.m. And each Monday, we'll try to find different speakers. Once again, I want to thank you again, Evening, for taking tonight's session. With that, I want to say good night to all of us. Have a good rest. And bye-bye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye
Thank
bye, everyone.
you. Bye.
Bye-bye.